Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I work for Shield Sewing Center in Eastern Iowa. We have locations in Iowa City and Davenport. And we just got the brand new Brother Skitch in today. So I figured I would do a little unboxing video and a little demonstration on it once I get it set up. This is the new little free arm machine from Brother. It stitches 4x4 and uses the Artspire app. So let's get to it. This is the contents of the box. So first we have our Skitch machine. It is pretty much the size of a coffee maker, maybe a little smaller depending on what kind of coffee maker you have. We have our 4x4 specialty hoop. This is going to be a magnetic hoop with the clamp on the back. Not sure if they're going to come out with a repositionable hoop for this or not, but it'll be something to keep an eye out for. They've sent us a little piece of felt with some stabilizer just to test on. Power cord. They also sent us a spool of, this is embroidery thread. Usually they include bobbin thread in the machine, but this is embroidery thread. We have 2 pre-wound bobbins. This appears to be a class 15 plastic bobbin, just like most of your home machines are going to use. We have a pack of needles. This pack of needles has size 11 and size 14. Our little seam ripper, our cleaning brush, some scissors, our spool caps, this is our little spool pin, and our screwdriver. So let's put it all together and we will stitch on the machine. So I've got the machine set up and it's plugged in, turned on, I'm about to thread it. The one thing I do want to note is you have to have the Artspire app by Brother in order to use this machine. Now, this machine works with Bluetooth, not with Wi-Fi, so you don't need to get it on your Wi-Fi network, but your device that you're using with it has to have Bluetooth available. So in order to set that up, you do need to go into the Artspire app. I've got it up here. And there's a little button up here. It looks like a machine linking to a blue box. And that is what you're going to press to get into your machine settings, register your machine, and update it. I've got the machine set up and just wanted to go through a couple features with you. Up here we've got our spool pen. I am using the little cap that slides into the end of our spools just to make sure it doesn't come flying off of there. You can wind your own bobbins here. So again, this is going to use a class 15 plastic bobbin, just like many of the Brother home machines right now. We've got our hand wheel on the back and our power button is down here at the bottom. Coming around to, I guess you'd call it the front, it's gonna thread on the side, again, following a very similar path to what you're already used to. We come down in the front, and again, this has the little flap at number 6 that you need to get behind, and you'll come through this notch at number 7, through here, and then your cutter is actually up here on the side. So come through, cut your thread off. And then this has the push button threader. So you just push that down and it will thread your needle for you. The foot will automatically drop when you do that. This has a drop-in bobbin. So the little cover comes off down here. You drop in your bobbin. It felt like a few more steps to kind of go through this little maze over here and cut off the thread. But I'm sure we'll get faster with it as we do this more. So this slides back on. And then if you need to get into your bobbin case area to clean it out, this whole top portion pops off right here. So, and that's how you would come in here and take out your bobbin case and then clean that out if you needed to clean it out. I have just our felt and our piece of stabilizer loaded up on our hoop. Our hoop is magnetic, so that's a plus. So what we're going to do is we are just going to slide it onto the machine, and it appears to just slide into these back little areas back here. So that'll click. To release it, you want to press this little button here, and that will pull it out. So again, slide it into place and it'll click, and then pull this little lever over to release it, and that's how we get our hoop in and out. So now I'm gonna set up our Spira and we will stitch a design. Okay, so I found a little leaf design in our Spira that I want to stitch. So I've selected it. I'm gonna come down here and hit create. It's gonna think about it. If I want to make any edits here, I can do that. If I wanted to add text, I can do that there. I'm not super familiar with the app, but I'm assuming as I play with this machine a little bit more, I will learn it a little bit better. So I'm going to just go up here to hit done. And it tells me down here that I'm going to stitch it on the PP1, which is the Skitch. If you have more than one machine on your ArtSpira app, you just tap that, and then you can choose which machine you want to send it to. Please note that you can only have 3 machines on ArtSpira, 3 sewing machines. You can have multiple cutting machines, or you can have multiple printers as well, but it will only allow you to have 3 embroidery machines. I did have to delete one as we are a brother dealer and have multiple machines attached to our account at any one time. So anyway, it's going to stitch out on the PP1. You can also change the name of your machines too. And I'm going to go ahead and hit transfer. And it says to hit the accept button, which if we come over here, it's a little green light, it's blinking. It's going to initialize the machine. So then we're going to come back in over here and hit close. And transfer again. Oh, you know what? I think it's because I had an error before. It needed to reinitialize the machine. So if you're not sure how to do the bobbin or anything like that, it'll walk you through that on ArtSpira. How to use the magnetic frame, and then also how to thread your upper threads. So the videos are all pretty comprehensive. So we're just going to go ahead and hit done. And then if you wanted to trace your outline on the machine just to make sure it's going to fit in your hoop, which if you're new, I highly suggest doing if you're trying to get something placed very specifically and you just want to make sure it's going to fall in that place that you have, I recommend doing that. So we're going to hit do a trial run and then come over to the machine, and the little check mark is blinking. So we're going to hit that, and then the machine will trace the outline that we will be stitching. So it looks like everything fits within our hoop, so we're good to go. So we're going to come over here and hit OK. And then at this point we can just go ahead and hit start on the machine. This design is set up like an applique. I'm not really sure why, where the purple is just an outline stitch. And I don't really want to stitch that, so I think we can move ahead at some point. Let's see here. Maybe I have to hit start first. Yep. Looks like I have to stitch. Oh, gotta rethread. Okay. So now that I've rethreaded the machine, you do have the stitch monitor on ArtSpira, and it says to check and rethread the upper. So we've already rethreaded. I was playing with this before and I had a thread break and I just forgot to rethread before we restarted. But now that we've actually gotten into this, let's see if I can change where I want to stitch on here. I did this before and I don't remember how I got there. Return to the position where the error occurred. So it looks like you can go back. I want to go forward though. Oh, here we go. Let's go back and see that again. So I have to click on this stitch right here, the stitch count, and then I can go forward. And really all I want to do is stitch this black. So I'm gonna drag my little cursor here to the beginning, to the black. And then once I'm there, it doesn't really matter where in that black portion I am. I can just hit this go to beginning of the selected thread color, and it's going to pop me back to the beginning of that black, because I'm not going to do this as an applique. I just want to do it as a test stitch. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to go over here. It wants me to hit the green blinking light, and then I get a green start button. and then it'll stitch. Got something going on. All right, I had a little issue with my last design and some bird nesting. I did do an original trial run on this and not really sure what happened, but something just didn't get threaded correctly, and I think I may have had some bobbin issues. So we have a new bobbin, we've rethreaded, we're gonna try this again. I've got a different design. I only wanna stitch this pink portion, so that's where I'm at in Art Spira. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna click the blinking green light. And it will stitch, and hopefully we will get good results this time. Hey, and it did the leaf. Didn't do the pink that I asked it to do. I probably, like I said, I'm not super familiar with the app just yet, but we have a leaf and we have a successful stitch. So I can, again, pop this little lever back here to release my frame. And there is our leaf. And then the back looks really good as well. So that's just an overview of the Skitch by Brother. It's the Skitch PP1 is the model number. This is a 4x4 frame, or 4x4 hoop size, 4x4 stitch area, which will get you actually slightly smaller than a 4x4 stitch area. You're limited to 100 by 100 millimeters. You can stitch with the Art Spira app. You have to have the app to be able to access the machine. You can't even, none of the buttons on the machine will actually work until you set up the machine with Art Spira. If you want to upload your own designs to Art Spira, that does require a subscription to the app, a monthly subscription. Again, I haven't really looked into that just because we just got the machine today and I'm just kind of getting a feel for it. So if you have any questions, let me know and I will do my best to answer them.